in this match. He trailed 4-1, but he dug in. And just won a few scrappy frames. Judd Trump in the last 4 frames, his highest break was only 30. And Carter didn't make a half century himself in that time, but
as we saw last week or here in Wuhan. And when Trump led, so tonight is the last session of the whole week, and even a tired player, which Judd Trump. I think it's safe to say that Ali Carter's battling qualities, I mentioned it a lot, but I think he needed to. Great competitor that he is. Can, of course.
yeah,
I suppose it was a big shot that he played, but I think it was more difficult.
tonight we'll go up to number 8. Trump, if he were to win, would go from 4 to 3. And it would...
There was some suggestion he wouldn't come. I mean, in his interview afterwards when he came up, I think the tournament's been a success. I mean, the good crowds, terrific venue. Big success for me.
I agree.
I suppose being 5-4 down compared to what happened. Just that the man he's playing can be a tough nut to crack here. Really can't.
So Zhang had never won a tournament. It was his first final, so you could understand if some pressure came on. Carter was on 5 rankings. It got very scrappy towards the end of the first session, not his sort of snooker. Literally the next week in another part of the world.
35.
And Mark Williams, 2002, he won the...
Briefly.
42.
Yeah. I think the shot that Ali took on, the red by the...
Studying here in the 57.
Nice. Still.
65.
Well, he's nicely on the nose, of course, more fluent than some of the latter frames this morning.
73.
He'd look in mind it's mid-October.
Straight as he would hope. Hasn't stopped him though. Very nice.
81.
Chance to regather thoughts and
85.
get on with the preparations for this final session.
$91.
And if Judd Trump makes a century here, it will be the 100th. And for him, an
98.
important one, because that difficult pot on the red to left corner, Trump has stepped in.
It's been a terrific break. Very fluent. Not much has made him overthink shots to break this.
Wonderful. That's got the crowd going. It's got Judd Trump going again. And it's levelled the match. The 100th century of the Wuhan Open this year. 5 each. Judd Trump has made 116 in the opening frame of the evening. That's his 31st century already this season. He made 45 the whole of last season. That's plenty. Of the Williams dynasty will be ones to watch out for. I know he's very enthusiastic. He's got himself a trophy.
Quite unlucky to leave one here from that situation. He's rolling into the bunch most of the time. He played that.
40th ranking final, which again equals Mark Williams, just one off Steve Davis actually. So the big numbers really come back to life this season. Of course, he got to the European Masters final as well, where Barry Hawkins beat him.
15.
Definitely the form player currently, and
Shows what confidence can do, doesn't it? It was a bit low on it last season, but it's all come flooding back.
22.
No, that always looked a little wide. That's an unfortunate
play onto the blue to open the reds. A couple of reds, as you can see, that might be possible. Problem is, well, that can happen as well, and that's a common occurrence.
One. Eight.
Looking that red in the way that he did, unluckily, cost him the frame.
action to it, but he's got every right to be pig sick. What happened there?
14.
And it looks to me like he is on it. He's moved another red out, so this is very promising with this frame of losing 4 in a row at the end of this afternoon.
$29.
Yeah, he's done what he had to do, which is looking for, he was just 21 and then went to the Crucible, got all the way to the final of the World Championship. That's really when he announced himself as a
45.
Judd missed that pretty straightforward pink earlier in the frame, which is a distant memory now. I think of the two, the underlying memory is the pink that Judd missed. It's meaningless now, I suppose.
yeah, absolutely. You can forget about that because he did. Yeah,
Six.
Great crowds. Now this is the battle for the title, and Ali Carter's got to dig in. Try not to leave any sort of chance. It's a terrific pot. You could see him sizing himself up for it, and he's knocked it in. It's in a couple. Snooker fans would have, could make the case involved in all three of those tournaments.
Lucky with position if he plays it well. Well, he didn't play it well, quite honestly, and that isn't bad luck to going off. It was just a... Wow, what a shot. What a shot. I think Ali was quite satisfied with the shot he played.
It could all have been different, couldn't it, if John Higgins had got on that.
I think it just reminded him and everyone else what he's capable of. Sort of devastating bursts of... Some shot it'll be. I can't believe that shot was on. It looked... You'd almost have to...
So it's some sort of respite for Ali Carter. Nicely done though, so he's in with a chance.
Up against it in the whole of these 3.5 frames.
Yes, a couple of awkward reds.
No.
But you need at least one of them. But nice to get the chance, because he would have had visions of 8-5 watching.
$17.
You will need just one more red and without a colour to follow it. That makes a difference if you can... I'm surprised if he made that decision.
So it's been Judd Trump's mini session, but there's still...
To think that he could top the cue ball through the bunch. The reds were wide apart. I wonder if he could have cued down on it and played something blue or pink down into one of the...
Yeah, nicely done. Well, Ali Carter had to produce something. Quite a bit went against him, but he's kept positive. So this final here. First three of them went to Judd Trump. He was in this fourth one as well. But Ali Carter got the chance. Yeah, and there's always the chance that the running will turn around at the right time, which I guess would be this part of the match for Carter. Shane Welly, the referee, was a slight adjustment needed. Not too much, though. Not too much.
I think his shirt sleeve just brushed a red. Nothing moved. Of course, players do call fouls themselves, but all credit to him because he... Very good. Wow. He hit that so well and with such control.
Well, I'm sure his parents are watching. He had for it. Got the bug from his dad, Steve, who's a big fan, still is, of course.
I wouldn't go as far to say it's a great chance just yet, but again,
11.
he might think about nudging into... I think he's going to run it through at this stage.
Yeah. But he's keeping potting them.
I know, it's quite a struggle, isn't it, becoming? I'm not sure. Those all good things have to come to an end.
27.
Well, it wasn't. So good at those, Judd Trump. I mean, they're not hanging over the pocket, those Reds. And the distance between cue and object ball is...
They're 5.
Yeah, having to be patient in this frame.
Pretty nasty shot to have to play right over the top of the green like that.
Could have been away there.
More than happy with it. Context of that frame, that will be a sizable break.
Yes, I'll graph this, obviously. Well, that's changed things. That's a mistake from Trump.
Yeah, the pink out equation a little. So I wonder if here he might just think of nudging it. Well, don't think he played it anyway. He didn't get it. And here we are again with a position of... himself. Well, meant to have been potted. I don't think he... good effort.
Most important, this one has been very scrappy, but it feels huge right now. Well out. A chance for...
Immediately your thoughts are on the last red, and the way Judd is, he's got enough cue power. If it is quite straight, he could...
Eight.
A good shot.
So he needs yellow, green and brown.
16.
Different sort of frame to the other ones.
19. 103.
Cat's the same, but sometimes it's the manner in which you win them, and he's really had to dig in here, relying. Ultimately, he potted a good pink as well to get on the yellow. And he's just 2 frames now from the title. Longest frame of the evening so far. It's to the world. That is some achievement if he pulls it off. And again, and I mentioned him last week, his brother Jack.
Foul and a miss.
Never looked likely to red on as well.
1.
It's not insignificant.
Eight. Arigato 8.
No.
One.
Yeah, well, he's because we tied up by the red to the left of it. So he played on the pink, but not quite this angle. It's all.
Eight.
Don't think the pink was into a full pocket there with the black just to the edge.
16. Twenty-three. $31. One.
It's a very handy lead in, and this would propel him to within a frame if he could.
Four.
Well, the intent was clear there, but he was unable to piece his stuff in this frame.
The chow. 8.
Played another good shot though. You're right. You know, he's had to.
One. Five.
Somehow get these reds in play. Oh, can he?
Wow. That
To 8-7.
13.
Very clean pot from Ali Carter. Gone off the radar a little bit, but of course that German Masters victory changed everything.
16.
Fighting hard here in the...
He's just got to watch himself here with the positioning of the well, that's one way. He's gone into the yellow, into the green pocket. Maybe
33.
it's a missable shot.
Ali Carter.
I don't think it ever.
Three.
And the cue ball's travelling.
Seven.
Seemingly a very significant frame, this one.
Yes, just the ping. Judd Trump has made the little clearance. A huge frame to win in this Wuhan Open final. It gets...
Oh dear, it's very much an unforced error, because he's more adept usually at taking frames like that. He's full of confidence and he feels that he can win frames in multiple ways, I think, right now. And can he just step up and get the match won in style? If it continued along those lines, a terrific week and an excellent final.
Twelve. Punch.
Spinning cue speed into the bunch. Yeah, that's what he's tried. Oh, great effort. What a shot that is. It's so difficult to play huge speed, but Judd has got such a whip in that cue action. He can make the...
Well, what happened at the end of the last frame definitely set the pattern for China and then Dubai. In 2002, Mark Williams was in Brentwood in Essex, many thousands of miles away from Wuhan. And look at him now, he's got a chance to win ranking title number 25. What a great competitor, and ultimately what a great champion. Needs attention with the rest. Yeah, well, he nearly wriggled in. He didn't look in on the way, nearly wriggled in, so...
I think Judd had slightly divided concentration. The red was tricky, like as you pointed out, and the...
Yeah, it was interesting.
Nine.
So it's to be... So just aim to pop the first red, basically.
Almost preparing what he was going to say, in defeat in the interview. It's not lost yet.
24.
A little awkwardly placed. Nothing major, certainly to the middle.
Has come along. You can see the determination in him to take it. Something's...
47.
Yeah, yes.
$59.
Side of the blue.
63.
That is what it's going to be more difficult than it should be.
68.
And he's not there. Yeah, he wasn't ideal on the blue, as you say. He left himself a more difficult pink.
68.
Wow. Needs pink and black. Carter needs the pink. That's where we are. Well, who needs a box set?